In the 16th century BC, on the shores of the Aegean Sea, an extraordinary revolution took place. A group of thinkers introduced a radically new way of understanding reality. The Greek world was the birthplace of philosophy, created by men known to history as the pre-Socratic philosophers. Several factors contributed to the birth of pre-Socratic philosophy in ancient Greece. Many towns, especially in Asia Minor, had close trade relations with Egypt and Mesopotamia, cultures with religions and observations about the natural world that differed from those of the Greeks. The democratic political system of independent poleis also contributed to the rise of philosophy. Most Greek towns were not ruled by autocrats or priests, allowing citizens to question freely a wide range of issues. At this point, you might be asking yourself, why are they called Presocratics? The term was coined by scholars to highlight a fundamental change in philosophical inquiries between the philosophers who lived before Socrates, who were interested in the structure of nature and the universe, and Socrates and his successors, who were mostly interested in ethics and politics. The term comes with drawbacks, as several of the pre-Socratics were highly interested in moral topics too. Furthermore, the term implies that the pre-Socratics are less important than Socrates. Also, it is chronologically inaccurate, as the last of the pre-Socratics were contemporaries of Socrates. Pre-Socratics' works and writings are almost entirely lost. Knowledge of their views comes from fragments and testimonies found in later authors' discussions of their doctrines. The fragments are purported bits of the thinker's actual words. These might be fragments of books that they wrote, or simply recorded sayings. In any case, there are no surviving complete works from the pre-Socratics. The testimonies are reports from ancient authors about the thinker's life and thought. These accounts come from several sources, each having its own agenda, bias, and degree of reliability. Consequently, it is sometimes difficult to determine the actual line of argument some pre-Socratics used in supporting their views. The pre-Socratics arose from a world dominated by myths, sacred places, and local gods. The work of epic poets such as Homer reflected this cultural environment. People explain natural phenomena like thunder or the rising tides by attributing them to Zeus, Poseidon, or the other gods. The pre-Socratics rejected these supernatural explanations, instead seeing the world as a cosmos, an ordered natural arrangement that is inherently intelligible through laws and not subject to divine interventions. The most important feature of their philosophy was the use of reason to explain the universe. The pre-Socratic philosophers emphasized the rational unity of reality and rejected the supernatural, seeking natural principles at work in the world and human society. Their efforts were directed at the investigation of the ultimate basis and essential nature of the universe. Many search for the material principle of things, called arche in Greek. Such an emphasis on physical explanations marked a break with more traditional ways of thinking that indicated the gods as primary causes. The pre-Socratics, in most cases, did not entirely abandon theistic or religious notions, but they characteristically posed challenges to traditional ways of thinking. This movement towards rationality and argumentation would pave the way for Western thought and science.